மௌனமா முறையார் காட்டும் மா பிரம்மவத்துவாலன் சிவநிலை தவசற்சீட செரி குருவரன் சிற்கையன் உவகையோர் உருவன் தன்னுள் உவப்பவன் கழிமூகத்தன் அவனையான் தென்பான்மூர்த்தி அப்பனை ஏத்துவோமே அவனையான் தென்பான்மூர்த்தி அப்பனை ஏத்துவோமே. ஆன்மாவின் போதமருள் ஆசானாம் சங்கரனோ ஆன்மாவுக்கண்ணியன் ஆவனோ ஆன்மாவாய் என்னகத்தே இருந்தின்று தமிழ் சொல்வானும் அன்னவன் நன்றி மற்றார். We shall read from verse 50, 52. உபாதி உற்றானேனும் ஒட்டாவின் போலவ் உற்றானேனும் ஒட்டாவின் போல் உபாதி தருமங்களோடு ஒட்டான் உபாதியிலான் முற்றறிவனேனும் முடிமூடனென வாயு போல் பற்றற்று சஞ்சரிப்பான் உபாதிநாசத்தால் உருவான் முனிவன் உபாதியில் விஷ்ணுவின் உள்ளே அபேதமே தோயத்திற்தோயமும் தூவின்னிலே விண்ணும் தீயும் போலத்தே எவ்வடை விற்பிரிதேதும் அடைதற்கின்றோ எவ்வின்பினிற்பிரிதின்பின்றோ எவ்வறிவு தன்னிற்பிரிதறிவு தானின்றாமோவது தன்னை பிரம்மெனச் சார். எதுகான காண்டற்கு எதுவுமே இன்றோ எதுவான பின் சன்மமின்றோ எது அறிந்த பின்னறியத்தக்க பிரிதோர் பொருளின்றோ அன்னது தான் பிரம்மமாம் எது குருக்கு மேல் கீழ் எங்கு நிறைவாகும் எது சச்சித்தின் பிரண்டில்லது எதனந்தம் நித்தமாயொன்றாய் நிகழ்வதெதுவாகுமோ வத்து பிரம்மம் மதி ஏதழிவில்லாததயன்றன்றன்றே வேத முடிவு விளக்கிடும் யாதொன்று அகண்ட இன்பாகி அமரும் அதுதானே திகழும் பிரம்மம் தெளி. So here in these few verses, Adi Shankara Bhagavan is trying to point out what is Brahma Tattvam. So here in the 56th verse he says, எது குறுக்கு மேல் கீழாம் எங்கும் நிறைவாகும், which is all pervading everywhere. This is what we have been seeing in all the texts. கீழ் மேல் means up above, down below, everywhere. குறுக்கு நெடுக்கு, everywhere. எது சச்சித்து இன்பு, சச்சித்து இன்பு means the bliss. சச்சித் ஆனந்த ஸ்வரூபம். இரண்டில்லது, it is non-dual. எது அனந்தம், அனந்தம் means it is infinite. நித்தமாய் ஒன்றாய் நிகழ்வது எதுவாகும், always present, ever present, நித்தமாய் ஒன்றாய் நிகழ்வது எதுவாகும், அவ்வத்து பிரம்மம் அறி. So that vastu is Brahmam. ஏது அழிவில்லாதது, which is non-perishable. எதை அன்று அன்று என்று எதை அன்று அன்று என்றே, which is denoted as not this, which cannot be pointed out as this. It can only be pointed out as not this. Why? Because it is subtler than the subtlest. It is the very self. So it cannot be pointed out. வேத முடிவு விளக்கிடும் யாதொன்று அகண்ட இன்பாகி அமருமதிதானே. அகண்ட இன்பு means what? Unbroken bliss. See, whatever we enjoy in the world outside is always broken. Whatever comes under the purview of Triputi, knower known, is kanda only. Because the experiencer and the experienced rise together and they fall together. There is a gap. And then they rise together, they fall together, there is a gap. That is how it goes. Since everything is happening very fast, we are not aware of the gap. Like the film roll, floating very fast, then the action is seen in the picture. So here, everything is kandam means what? Experienced, means it rises and falls. There is a gap. This is kandam. Kandam means there is a gap. It's broken. So whatever. But in this experience of the Anma the self, there is no experiencer and experienced. இது ஒரே படித்தாய், unbroken. பிளவு படாத உணர்வு நிலை, பிளவே படாது. That is something else. Nothing of this. It is something else. That is why you cannot compare this with anything. திருஷ்டாந்தம் கூற முடியாது. ஓ நிகழும் பிரம்ம அது அமரும் அதுதானே, which resides in the heart. திகழும் பிரம்மம் தெளி, that is Brahma Tattvam. So Adi Shankara is now expounding on the Brahma Tattvam, which is the substratum of everything and which is all pervading. And also we should remember that Brahma Tattvam is our own self. It is not other than the self. There is nothing other than the self. If at all there is something other than the self, that is all just illusion, imagination of the mind. Why? Only self can be realized without the intervention of the instruments. Karvi Karanadikal. Everything else is realized or known only through instruments. Whatever is known through instrument is always faulty. Whatever is known through mind is mind stuff. Whatever is known through Chidananda Rupam, that is Chidananda Rupam alone. When the same Atma, the self, when it comes through the prism of mind, so much of Nama Rupa Bheda is seen. The Bheda of the seer and the seen, everything is seen. When the Atma, the self, expresses in its own, then everything is different. It is undivided. It is just the Chit Swarupam. And there is no Nama Rupa Bedam, there is no Bedam between the Drik and Drishya Padartha. This is how it is. So we have to drop the mind and the inner instrument and then know the self as one's own. Meaning, intimately you realize it. Whatever I realize with my eyes and my mind, that is not that intimate as when I realize the self. That is why Ramakrishna said, when Vivekananda asked, have you seen God? He said, yes. And more than me seeing you, more intimately I have seen God. So therefore, Atma, the self, alone can be realized. Nothing else can be realized. Because nothing else is. Now moving on to the 58th verse, right? 58th verse. Akhanda Suhamaya Anma vil Arpa Suhathai Adutte Surarai Tihalum Brahmadiyanor Piranguvarin Butru Taradharamahattari Akhanda Suhamaya Anma vil Arpa Vilarpa Suhathai Adutte Surarai Tihalum Brahmadiyenor Piranguvarin Butru Taradharamahattari. Akhanda Suhamaya Anmavin. This Anma self is Akhanda. Akhanda means unbroken. Akhanda Suhamaya. It is unbroken bliss. Akhanda Suhamaya Anmavin Arpa Suhathai Adutte. Meaning what? Borrowing a small portion of it. Just a drop of it, let us say. Arpa Suhathai Adutte. Adutte means borrowing it. Suraraitnihalum Brahmadiyanor. Meaning, the Devadi Devas till Brahmaji, they rejoice. You know? Piranguvar inbutru, they rejoice. Taradharamahattari. Taradhara means according to their standing, according to their capacities. In Taittiriya Upanishad, it is very beautifully explained, as I told you today morning or somewhere. So whatever we enjoy in this world, let us say it is one unit. See, whatever we enjoy here as a healthy person, with all our senses, all the sense objects, let us say it is one unit. Then the Devati Devas, what they enjoy is 100 units. And then further, when you go up and up, the Gandharvas and others, whatever they experience, let us say 100 into 100, 100. So when Brahma, it comes to Brahma, how much of bliss he would enjoy. So that is Arpa, means that is only a drop in the ocean of bliss, what this Jnani enjoys. So Arpa Suhathai Adutte, meaning what? Borrowing a drop of that sugar. Arpa Suhathai Adutte, Piranguvar inbutru, they rejoice. Who? All these Devati Devas till Brahmaji. Taradharamaha means according to their standing, according to wherever they are placed. Meaning this Inbu, Akhanda Suhamaya Anma. This Suhamaya Anma is that blissful. See, it is all expressed only to give an idea of, this Atmanandam is something else. But you know what? It is not as we think actually. We always think Ananda means what? Manam kuduhulikkudu, adu Anandam. So, romba kuduhulama irukkum. Maname kadayadanga. Angaram pochudu, Anandam pochudu. Avane na nani nadi, kudambai, avane na nani nadi. Angaram pochudu, Ahankaram pochudungarar. That is, This Anandam, what we experience through the senses and mind, that is not that Anandam. That is Alpam. Why? It is fleeting. As I told you, through experiencer and experienced. That is broken, that is fleeting, Arpa Sukham that is. But this one is not as we think. It is something else. It is pure bliss. Anantam. It can be indicated as Anantam. And Swatantram. Where there is nothing to limit. See, that is the Anandam. Where there is nothing to limit. Now, always there is something to limit us. At least our body is there to limit us. We can't sit. And we can't even sleep in one pose for long. We have to, roll. So, where no efforts, where there is nothing to limit our existence, that is Anandam. See, that is what yesterday I told you now. Imagine when the knower and known, everything is gone totally, once and for all. What remains? How wonderful it is. Habba, everything is gone. The deep peace. And that is Akanda, means what? Without beginning or end. So that is Anandam. That Anandam is the Anandam which is assured for a seeker. One who is seeking the self. So there should be some motivation. No? Otherwise, why you seek? If you say again and again, you say, there is a truth, that is the truth. It's okay, that is the truth. But you get so much of bliss. Oh, really? Yes. And you know everything. Oh, that's great. But it is not great. Please understand. If you come to know everything, you will go mad. If I only know what Anveshi is thinking in his mind, I will go mad. The Swami Chumma. Now I am thinking that he is having some good opinion, high regards for me. When I come to know whatever he is thinking, gone. Like that, when we come to know one comedy movie, that Vivek's movie, he goes mad really. Better that we don't know anybody's mind. When we know everybody's mind, God. See, God gives that kind of a siddhi only when you can take it. Otherwise, He won't give you. If He wants to punish you, He may give you sometimes. Because you can't handle it. Nobody can handle. Except you are there in that one, where you are not disturbed by anything. Where you have no hopes on anybody. Then you can handle it. Maybe. அதனிடத்தில் உள்ள அகிலமும் செய்கை அதை அடுத்துள்ளதேயாகும் அதனால் பரவிடும் எல்லாம் பரம்பொருள் பாலில் விரவிடு நெய் போலவே அதனிடத்தில் உள்ள தகிலமும் செய்கை அதை அடுத்துள்ளதேயாகும் அதனால் பரவிடும் எல்லாம் பரம்பொருள் பாலில் விரவிடு நெய் போலவே அதனிடத்து உள்ளது அகிலமும். In Brahman or in that substratum is the whole world resting. Everything is in it. Everything rises in it, stays in it and goes back in it. So that is the substratum of everything. So adanidattu ullathu ahilamum. The whole world is resting in it. Seigai adai aduthu ulladeyagum. All the actions, activities அதை அடுத்து உள்ளதே ஆகும். Is dependent on that. அதை அடுத்து உள்ளது. Meaning what? In its presence, everything get energized, everything is activated, and everything, the senses and the mind, everything functions in the respective fields. Seikai means activities, the actions. அதை அடுத்து உள்ளதே ஆகும். So without the Paramatma, without the self, nothing can function, nothing can know anything. So dependent on this Paramatma, the Brahma Tattvam, everything else is energized and activated. பரவிடும் எல்லாம் பரம்போல் பாலில். பரம்பொருள் பரவிடும் எல்லாம், அதனால் பரவிடும் எல்லாம். Meaning what? By the Brahman, everything is pervaded. அதனால் பரவிடும் எல்லாம். பரம்பொருள் அதனால் பரவிடும் எல்லாம். Meaning by this self, by this Paramatma, everything is pervaded. Meaning it is in and through everything. Like what? பாலில் விரவிடு நெய் போலவே. Like the ghee or the butter in the milk. Milk, where is the butter? Everywhere. You cannot say it is here or it is there. This butter or the ghee, it is said nei, ghee, it is all pervading in and through the milk. Is it not so? Then when you churn, then you can take it out. But if you see the milk, where is the ghee or where is the butter if you ask? Where? It is everywhere. So similarly, everywhere Parabrahma Paramatma is there. Like how the ghee or the butter is pervading in and through the milk. Similarly, Atma, the self, or the Brahma Tattvam, is pervading the whole universe. And that Brahma Tattvam is my true self. In that, the whole world rests. And that is the substratum of everything. So that is my true self. These verses are for contemplation. That is the self. That Brahma Tattvam is myself. We have to contemplate thus. Moving on to the 60th verse. Parumayum nunmayur patti vinasam. Kuruhalum nichiyum koodadu. Uruvam குணங்குல நாமமும் கொள்ளாமல் உள்ளது. உணர்க பிரம்மென்றுற்று. பருமையும் நுண்மையுற் உற்பத்தி விநாசம். குறுகலும் நீட்சியும் கூடாது. உருவம் குணம் குலநாமமும் கொள்ளாமல் உள்ளது. உணர்க பிரம்மென்றுற்று. பருமையும் நுண்மையும். Parumai means what? Gross. Nunmai means subtle. You cannot define this Parabrahma or the self as it is gross or it is subtle. That is the light which illumines the gross and the subtle. It is beyond. So it cannot be captured into the definition of whether it is gross or subtle. Parumayum nunmayum koodadu. This koodadu should be joined with everything. Parumayum nunmayum koodadu. Urpatti vinasam koodadu. Mean what? There is no urpatti or vinasham. It is not created or it is not destroyed. This Parabrahma Paramatma. It is always the same. It is there as the existence principle. Kurugalum nichiyum koodadu. When you meditate on it for say 2-3 hours, then it expands. But when you don't, it contracts. Nothing like that. Paramatma will never expand or it will never contract. It is the same. Kurugalum nichiyum koodadu. It will not shrink or it will not expand. Why? All these things are there only in the Prakriti, all these changes. In Paramatma, nothing of that sort is there. So it cannot be defined in terms of whether it is gross or subtle, or whether it is created or destroyed, whether it expands or contracts. All this definition, kudadu, is not applicable to Paramatma, to Parabrahma Paramatma. Similarly, Urvam, Gunam, Kulam, Namamum, Kolladulladu. Urvam means it has no form. Gunam means it has no qualities. Namakuthan Gunamla irukku. Kolladavam. That is a Gunam. The ego sense, the individuality, he has got this Gunam. But the self, Nirgunam. Kulam, where it is born. Adine Settiyara, Mudaliyara, Konara, Ayyangara. No. No Kulam, no Gotram. Why no Gotram? Because that is the Adharam for everything. So nothing is means Adharam for it. Namamum Kolla, Gunam Kula Namamum Kolladulladu. No name. It cannot be called through any name. Namamum Kolladulladu. Unarha Brahma Mendru Utru. That is Brahma Tattvam. So only when we are in the body mind, all this can be described. What is his name? And what is his height? What is his weight? And what is his caste? We can ask an individual. But he has gone beyond that individuality, ego sense. So that Brahman cannot be defined through all this. Name, form, guna, kuri, kula, gotra, none of this is there. It is beyond. That is Brahma Tattvam. And when you abide there, you experience, you feel that you are beyond all these petty things. See, these are really petty things only. But you are beyond. Yedanodinal Odirum Meraviyadi Yedanai Avai Olirka Yeladu Yedanale இந்த உலகெல்லாம் இலகுமே அதுதானே இலகும் அதுதானே அந்த பிரம்மம் அறி எதனொழியினால் ஒளிருமே எதனொழியினால் ஒளிருமே ரவியாதி எதனை அவை ஒளிர்க்க இயலாது எதனாலே இந்த உலகெல்லாம் இலகும் அதுதானே அந்த பிரம்மம் அறி எந்த ஒளியினால் ஒளிரும் ரவியாதி. Taking whose light, the sun and the other objects of the heavens, they shine. Meaning what? Ravi Adi means what? The sun, etc. Sun, moon, stars. They all shine not because of their own light. They borrow the light of the Parabrahma, the Atma, the self, and then they shine. How, Swamiji? How? Because when the Atma, the self, is not expressing through the mind, you don't experience the sun. When you are in deep sleep, is there any sun? Is there any moon? No. But when you are awake, only when through the mind, when you perceive, there is sun, there is moon. Why? Apart from thoughts, you cannot see anything. So, what is thought? Nothing but I thought and this or that thought. I thought is Atma Chaitanyam, which is reflected in the Buddhi Vritti. So, only through the I thought, only through the Buddhi Vritti, I thought, everything is illumined. So, even the sun, the moon, when it comes as knowledge in your consciousness. See, this is what I have been repeating. I don't know whether you are catching this point. Whatever comes as a knowledge in your consciousness. Nothing else. Suryan irukkungiradhu oru ஞானம் தான். சந்திரன் இருக்குங்கிறது ஒரு ஞானம் தான். See, in us, there rises a knowledge called sun, moon, stars, people around. Everything is knowledge only. When we are awake or when we are dreaming, bits and pieces of knowledge rises and falls, rises and falls. That is what we call as world. That is what we call it as life, life's experiences. So, in the Jnana Samudram, there rises bits and pieces of waves of Jnana. Like that. And everything is Jnanam only. If you can appreciate this point, everything is simple actually. I told you, once when I was going around the hill, this struck me very hard. That everything is Jnanam only. Whatever you experience, everything is Jnanam only. It rises as Jnanam only in us. So, what is the Adharam for all this Jnanam? That Prajnanam, that is my own true self. In me only everything rises. So, in me the Prajnanam, that is Brahma, in me rises all the other Jnanam about the world, about God, about my own life, about everybody. So, when you say waves rise in the ocean, from the water standpoint, there is no difference between waves or ocean. So, from the Jnana standpoint, there is no difference between the world or myself. So, that is how the non-dual knowledge is established. So, when you abide as a knowledge, as the pure self, then you see no Bheda at all. When you are away or other than the knowledge, then you see all the Bheda. But when from the pure standpoint, from the standpoint of the pure water, there is no wave or there is no ocean, there is only waters. So from the absolute standpoint of knowledge, there is no bit and pieces of knowledge or that knowledge, that is only knowledge. I don't know, yapashyati sapashyati. One who can see this, they see this. So everything is nothing but knowledge rising in our heart. So therefore, with the light of the Atma, the self only, everything is illumined. Even the sun, the moon, the stars. So therefore, Yadan Odiyinal Olirumme Raviyadi. Taking whose light, the sun and the moon and the stars, they shine. Yadane Avi Olirvikka Yeladu. And the sun and the moon and the stars, they cannot illumine Atma, the self. They can only illumine the objects of the world. They cannot illumine the Atma, the self. Why? They have no light of their own. They borrow the light of the Atma Chaitanyam and they illumine. So, how can they illumine the Atma Chaitanyam? The eye will illumine all the forms, but eye cannot be illumined by the eye. Na tatra suryo bhati na chandra tarakam nema vidyato bhanti kutoyam agnihi tameva bhantam anubhati sarvam tasya bhasa sarvam idham vibhati. See, this is what while doing arti, this is what we chant mantra, Upanishadic mantra. The sun, the moon, they cannot illumine the self or the Parampurul. How foolish I am. With the help of the camphor light, I am trying to illumine the God. How foolish I am. Because of His light, everything is illumined, not the other way. So that is what we chant, the mantra. We are reminding ourselves, with His light, everything is illumined, not the other way. Therefore, with the light of the Atma, the self, everything is illumined. So I am the Adharam of the world. If not for me, there is no world. Enna ahankaram Swami ungalukku? Meaning what? Not the body mind, I mean the pure knowledge. So therefore, எதனாலே இந்த உலகம் எல்லாம் இலகும் அதுதானே. எதனாலே இந்த உலகம் எல்லாம் இலகும். Because of which the whole world is illumined. Ilagum means it shines. Illumined. Anda Brahmamari, that is Brahma Tattvam, you understand. So by its light everything is illumined. And nothing can illumine the self. Even the suns and stars, they are illumined by the Atma Chaitanyam only. As I have been telling you again and again, but Swamiji, when you sleep, others are seeing the sun, moon, when you ask like this, then you are mistaken. It is not the experience of the deep sleep. It is only the experience of the waking state. Deep sleep, there is no experience. Only when you come to waking state, others come and tell you in the waking state that we have been awake and seeing the sun. It is not your deep sleep experience. Please be careful. In the waking, the very other is false. Therefore, whatever the others are saying is false. Whatever you are saying also is false. Because the person is not. When the person is not, whatever he prattles, how does it matter? What meaning it has got? That ghost, was giving a beautiful lecture the other day. Is that so? Yes. I was walking on the street. Suddenly I saw a ghost there. And you know what? It was chanting Taittiriya Upanishad. And it was giving beautiful lecture on Taittiriya Upanishad. You know what? Arey Buddhu, that ghost itself is your mind's creation. It was never there. There was only a post. So how can you say the ghost was chanting Vedas? Or, giving discourses on Vedas, Upanishads. So the ghost itself is false. So whatever is prattling, everything is false. So whatever I say itself is false. So if somebody comes and tells me how can it be true? In my waking state, whatever I see, whatever I say is false. When somebody comes and says something, how can it be true? Everything is false. Therefore, there is no sun, there is no moon, there is no star without me. மற்றவங்களுக்கு கொஞ்சமாக தான் இருக்குது அகங்காரம், இவருக்கு அப்படி ஒரு அகங்காரம்ப்பா. விதவுட் மீ தட் இஸ் நதிங். என்ன இந்த பூமி சுற்றி வர வேண்டுமோ அப்படி ஒரு அகங்காரம். இந்த பாட்டில் என்ன இந்த பூமி சுற்றி வர வேண்டும், என்னை தான் இந்த பூமி சுற்றி வந்துட்டு இருக்கு, என்னை தான் இந்த பூமி சுற்றி வந்துட்டு இருக்கு. இன்ஃபேக்ட் நான் இல்லாட்டி இந்த பூமியே இல்லை, அது சுத்தவும் முடியாது. So therefore, those who have come for this class, they are all dumbstruck. என்னதான் சுவாமி சொல்கிறா ஒன்றுமே புரியலையே, என்னமோ வளருது இந்த பிள்ளை, வளரிட்டு போட்டோம் இல்லாமதான் எந்த பிரம்ம மாதிரி. ஸோ அந்த பிரம்ம மாதிரி. ஸோ that is the Brahma Tattvam. 62nd verse. ஒளிர்த்துலகமெல்லாம் தான் உள்வெளி வியாபித்து ஒழிந்திடும் அப்ரம்மம் மோர்வாய் ஒளிரும் நெருப்பினிற் காய்ந்தங்கி நேரொளிரும் அந்த விருப்புண்டையை போலவே ஒளிர்த்துலகமெல்லாம் தான் உள்வெளி வியாபித்து ஒளிர்ந்திடும் அப்ரம்மம் மோர்வாய் ஒளிரும் நெருப்பினிற் காய்ந்தங்கி நேரொளிரும் அந்த விருப்புண்டையை போலவே. See here an analogy is given. நெருப்பினில் காய்ந்து அங்கி நேரொளிரும் அந்த விருப்புண்டையை போலவே. See, not விருப்புருண்டை, it is actually இருப்புண்டை. இருப்புண்டை means இரும்பு துண்டு, a piece of iron. Iron ball. Okay, iron ball. Okay, iron ball. ஆமாம், உருண்டையா, உருண்டைன்னு கூட இங்கே போடலையே. இரும்பு குண்டு, கரெக்ட், இரும்பு குண்டு தான். பெண்டவர், கரெக்ட். So that ball of iron, when it comes in contact with the fire, நெருப்பினில் காய்ந்து அங்கி நேரொளிரும் அந்த விருப்புண்டையை போலவே, means that iron ball which comes in contact with the fire, it also ஒளிரும் means what? It also burns. How it looks? It looks as if the fire has taken the form of the iron ball. Actually speaking, the fire has got no shape. This iron ball has got no heat or no light of its own. So the fire has got no shape, no form. This iron ball has got no heat or no light of its own. When they come together, the fire takes as if the shape of the iron ball, and the iron ball as if take the guna of the fire, and ஒன்று மண்ணா அது ஒளிர்ற மாதிரி. அது ஒளிர்ற மாதிரி, this Brahmam, when it is in and through, when it is pervading in and through the world, what happens? The Satchit Ananda Swarupam of the Brahmam or the self and the Nama Rupa of the Jagat, they come together. And Brahmam takes as if the Nama Rupa of the Jagat and it shines. The Jagat as if it takes the illumination of the Brahman and it shines. So this is the idea. Brahman means it has got no name and form, like the fire which has got no form. How appropriate the example. This world by itself has got no illumination, no light of its own. But somehow when they come together, there is an illusion or there is a sort of appearance of the fire in the shape of the ball, iron ball. Similarly, Brahman in the shape of the world. Or the world shining as if it is real. That is what we perceive, no? World shining as if real. Or Brahman in the form of the world. Brahman has got no form. The world has got no illumination of its own. But when they come together, there is an appearance that Brahman is shining in the form of the world. World is very real. You understand? So, what it means? It means the Brahman, it is said, ஒளிர்த்து உலகமெல்லாம். It illumines everything. ஒளிர்த்து உலகமெல்லாம். உள்வெளி வியாபித்து. உள்வெளி வியாபித்து means in and through everything. வியாபித்து, pervading. ஒளிர்ந்திடும் அப்பிரம்மம் ஓர்வாய். That Brahman shines. Meaning what? This Brahman illuminating everything, whatever is seen in the world, and pervading through everything. It shines. How? Like the fire pervading through the iron ball. First it illuminates the iron ball, it's pervading through the iron ball and it shines. Like that, the self, it is pervading everything and it illuminates everything and it shines too. Though the Brahman by itself has got no form, it appears to be in form because of the association of what? The world. The fire itself has got no form. It is appearing to be in the form of the ball because of the association of the irumburundai. That iron ball. So both come together and adhyasam happens and there is an appearance like that. But what is the thing we have to understand? Because of the Brahman only, everything is illumined and the Brahman pervades everything. and it illumines everything. That is how everything is seen. In Brahman itself, there is nothing to be seen. But when it comes in contact with the world, everything is seen. How everything is seen? Because Brahman is illuminating everything. It is all pervading and also illuminating everything. Therefore, everything is seen as the world. The iron ball has got no illumination. It is illuminating because of fire. Fire is all pervading the iron ball and it is illuminating the iron ball. And fire also appears as if it is round in shape. So this is the example given. This is the Brahma Tattvam. You understand, you know. So I know some of you are a little bit blank of way they're looking at me. So we will explain it some more. When we are fresh in the evening, we shall explain it some more and then we will move on. Okay, we will stop here and by today night we should complete this Atma Bodham. There are 6 more verses and we shall complete it by tonight. Om Purnamadha Purnamidham Purnat Purnamudhachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.